This morning on The Job, the Bureau of Labor Statistics has released data saying that 3.6 million people quit their jobs in May. That's the highest quit rate in 17 years. And here now to discuss why workers are actually confident in future job prospects is Joyce Lancelotti, Division Director for Robert Half Finance and Accounting in Providence. Good morning, Joyce.
Good morning, Brendan.
So nice to have you here.
Thank you.
You know, I'm reading through these statistics and they are alarming in a staggering kind of way because you don't think, wow, that many people are really leaving their jobs. So to me, when I read this, I'm thinking, are these folks that confident in the current job market that they're walking away? I mean, were you taken aback by that number yourself?
A little. I'm, right immersed in the business, but candidates are much more confident because the economy is stronger, healthier. Companies are hiring again. They're hiring at a higher level salary. And the employees, professionals know that it's a candidate-driven market. So, therefore, the confidence level.
That's very reassuring, I think, for a lot of people out there maybe considering a career change or a job change. I mean, just knowing that we're in a better spot right now should be a positive for them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Now, let's talk about the fact I'm also reading here that 83% of companies say that the way a person leaves their job can affect future prospects. We all want to exit gracefully if at all possible.
Yes.
Let's talk about the way to exit if we are moving on to something else.
Right, absolutely. How you leave your job is just as important as your work history in the job. You always want to keep it upbeat and positive, and you never know, maybe one of your former colleagues will be your manager in the next role. You know,
we've joked here at the Roadshow, we've seen interns go on to different things. You really never know for whom you might be working someday.
Exactly. You don't want to burn a bridge. You want to make sure that you give a professional 2-week courtesy, resignation, and have a positive resignation as you walk out the door.
Absolutely. How about from an employer perspective for those watching right now who may be in a management position or are the actual employer, if they hear that an employee is actually leaving? I mean, do you immediately make a counteroffer? Is it a case-by-case basis? How do we handle this type of situation?
Right. So more than 50% of the employers are actually making counter offers to retain their top talent. You know, focusing on retention is very critical. It's less time consuming, less money to retain your talent with giving them more money than going through the hiring and interview and training process all over again. But it is a short-term solution. Right,
because ultimately is that person going to move on to something that in their mind is bigger and better, so to speak?
Exactly. It's not always about money. It could be about the culture or...
Also, I think it shows that employee that they are valued. If you want to retain them, it's going to make them maybe, I mean, yes, they might want to ultimately move on, but maybe it'll keep them around longer and not be a short-term.
Could be. You know, it's really a crapshoot. I think from the employee perspective, it's really not a good idea.
From an employer perspective, lastly here, are there any signs we should be on the lookout for that maybe someone is thinking about moving on, things we should be mindful of?
Definitely. I think that the subtle hints, wearing a suit all of a sudden, or taking more days off, coming in later, leaving earlier, some maybe secretive phone calls, personal phone calls, and just, you know, overall not enthusiastic anymore in your role.
Well, all very important topics. We are all navigating our way through the workforce, so it's all vital information. Joyce, thank you very much
for
joining us, as always. If you'd like even more information on the topics that Joyce discussed, just visit us at roadshow.com.